Okay, we are
Are we on?
go on.
Okay, very warm welcome here this afternoon. We try to give you a little bit of ideas for what we do. I'll see if we can have. Is it up and running here? Can you see the screen? There are several screens here. If you look at the afternoon session, we had one before, but the afternoon we have already slided a little bit, but it gives you an idea what we would like to do. I'll do a little bit of a presentation of ourselves, and then I would like to listen a little bit about who are you, because that's also interesting. I pass this on to you, okay? So that we can just listen a little bit. I speak English. My Portuguese is not even interesting for you, so Orlando will have to do that part, okay?
Okay.
Then I'll do a little bit of a company presentation, very short, but I want you to know a little bit about what we do and what we have. And then hand over to Jean-Marc, who will take you further into what you are interested in. Now, the thing is here, it's very difficult to go deep in everything, so it will be general. You are in different levels, you are doing different things, and we also right now participate in San Francisco in GDC, where we have full staff. So we try to give you an idea of what it is, and then later on I think we can have questions and things coming up, and also during the time when it's here, of course. Orlando will speak, sorry?
And we'll have 2 demos also.
Yes. Orlando will speak a little bit, and then we have some demos in the end. That sound okay? Good. So who are we? My name is Martin Skoger. I'm the area responsible from Qualisys for the Brazilian market. I've been with Qualisys for the past 5-ish years, but I've been working in Brazil previously since 2005, on and off. So I know the country here. And then we have my colleague Marcus.
Hi, my name is Marcus Johansson, and I've been working at Qualisys for almost 20 years now. And I'm traveling around the world in both Asia and South America and Australia and Europe and so on. So I'm a technical guy. I'm working as a field application engineer, mostly with the hardware and our own software, QTM. So the animation part, I leave it on to Jean-Marc here.
And because you've been here, already technical problems. Good start. Yes, I was going to say hi, everybody. I was going to say because you've been in the company for 20 years, you get the best suit. Where you have to be at least 5 years in the company before they allow you to wear that. Hi, everybody. My name is Jean-Marc. I work in the animation and entertainment department at Qualisys, and I've been in the company for a bit less than a year now. So I'll talk more to you later.
Bom, agora em português, né? Vamos lá. Sou Orlando Orlandi. Eu já trabalho com a Qualisys desde 2003, são quase 20 anos, quando o Marcos entrou na empresa. A gente começou a representação aqui no Brasil, então por isso que eu falo que eu já trabalho com essa tecnologia há 20 anos. Essa tecnologia serve para outras áreas, para a parte de engenharia, animação, biomedicina, então são várias outras aplicações. Trabalho hoje também, tem a empresa Movkpta, né, que faz a parte de animação, que introduz isso no mercado. Eu vou falar isso um pouco depois. E eu sou diretor da empresa Carse, que é representante exclusiva da marca no Brasil. Isso dá credibilidade. A Carse, ela é fabricante de equipamentos da área de reabilitação. E a empresa começou com meu avô em 66. Então, a gente tem 56 anos, 57 esse ano, de mercado para dar suporte a essa tecnologia. Isso que a gente traz no Brasil, precisa ter suporte. Então, esse é um dos pontos importantes e a gente sabe que é difícil trazer tecnologia para o Brasil, por isso que a gente está fazendo esse evento para dar oportunidade para todo mundo. Ok, Martin?
Okay. I would like to listen a little bit who you are, as I said. So if I pass the microphone on, you just say a few words where you're from, and I learn a little bit about that, or we do. Is that all right? And you can choose Portuguese or English, okay? English. If you can English, I will understand it. If not, then someone will understand it, okay?
Okay. Okay. My name is Tel Tavares. I'm the 3D designer, and Orlando is my brother, and we work together with many projects using your equipment. I'm from Rio, but I live in São Paulo, and we are the transformation digital, and we create the 3D scenarios and avatars, and now we need to know more technology about Qualisys. Okay.
Hi, I'm Adriano Gonfiantini. I'm director and also the DOP, director of photography. I work with Brando as a duo and also do a lot of projects in transformation digital. And I love technology. I'm also learning a lot of 3D and motion capture, performance capture as well. And I'm here with them to learn a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Jean from Seoul, South Korea, but I live here in Brazil for, it's been 25 years now. And I'm here as executive producer of TD Studio, a branch inside Transformação Digital, where I work with Brando.
Hello, I'm Brando. I'm a film director and creative director in TD Studio. TD Studio is brand new in Transformação Digital, so we are basically doing new stuff with technology and 3D, metaverse, etc. So it's kind of new. Actually, the first time we say the name of the company now because it's really, really new. Because we did a lot of changes in the company, so it's a pleasure to be here and also to learn more about Qualis.
Hello, my name is Jean or Jean. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Santo Amaro. It's a favela from Rio, and I'm digital artist. I work with 3D and a lot of new technology stuffs. And I have some social cause projects and always connecting the art and technology and the social causes things, and that's it.
Good afternoon. I'm Marcio. I'm from São Paulo. I'm sports coach, so I'm kind of a different professional acting, but I like to enjoy biomechanics, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys.
Hello, my name is Pedro. I'm rigging technical director at Iron Studios, and I'm here to get to know more of the technology for like projects that are to come. So we are here like to really know the technology, know which applications, how much time it will save. And I'm here with Eric, and he will make his presentation now. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hello, my name is Eric. I work with Pedro in Iron Studios. I'm the project manager. We are new in this industry. We have a little gaming studio. And we are here to understand better the technology for implementing in our games. Basically is that. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Giovanni Martani. I'm lead animator in the Sandbox Metaverse. I'm making a benchmark here, analyzing how the technology works, how we can work together also. We work a lot of emotes like Fortnite, they do with dances, and so it's a metaverse, so we need a lot of emotion, like real emotion. And well, I'm here to know more about this technology, to know more, make network with other people also. It's really, really cool. Thanks.
Olá, I know speak English. Boa tarde. Que vergonha, hein, velho? Nossa, no meio de tanta gente, só eu que não falo inglês, ou tem mais alguém que não fala inglês aí? Rapaz, que vergonha, hein, velho? Desculpa aí, gente. Meu nome é Eduardo, eu trabalho na Maxi Audio, a gente tem um departamento de produção virtual lá, e a gente faz algumas coisas de gravações, a gente faz algumas coisas lá bem legais com a tecnologia de XR. É isso.
Hello, my name is Victor. I'm from Korea too, from Seoul, but I was there in 1 week ago. I came here from Brazil to know about this technology. I have my own company of, I'm producer, entertainment producer, and I came to know about this new technology will change the world about now. So, thanks to having me and for this.
Pleasure to have you. Yep.
Hello, my name is Henrique, and I am responsible for marketing and business in our company. We are in-game developers, and we are searching for Mocap and some systems for to use in our game. We have two games. The name is XP War Trauma and the Backgrounds Lost Tape. And my brother can talk more about that.
Hello, my name is Vini Cortez. I am the developer of EXP War Trauma and the Backgrounds Lost Tape. As we want to use MetaHuman with Unreal, we would like to know more about qualities and the motion capture technology.
Hello, my name is Fernando. I am environment and light artist. And today I'm working with architects. I'm working in Mocap to add more realism to people in the scene, in the apartment.
Hello, my name is Bruno. Sorry my poor English. I work with audiovisual productions, and now I work with Mr. Orlandi with the Prospector and the sales, and I come to here for learning more about the system.
Hello, everybody. I'm Leon Malatesta. I'm a VP director. I am a owner of El Hombre El Espacio. It's a production house. And I am a partner of Orlando in a lot of projects. And it's that. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you very much for the short presentation of each and every one. So what I'll do, I'll take you through a little bit of general part, what is Qualities, for those that doesn't know the background of Qualities. The other part I leave to the guys that knows about animation. So Qualities is a Swedish company. We have been doing motion capture cameras and systems for the past 30 years. So it's nothing new for us, started a long time back. Actually from the beginning within the engineering and then sliding over to different segments. We are based in Gothenburg, of those that may know something about Sweden, West Coast. We are about 40, 50 people-ish in the company in Gothenburg. But we are based worldwide, so we have a Chicago office, and we have an office in Shanghai, in China, and Singapore. Sorry? Singapore, yeah. We'll say it's still China, but he moved down to Singapore. They're both them. From the European side, where I'm sitting, we handle Brazil. It's very common that Brazil is handled because it's a close connection to Europe and Portugal and also to the other countries. So that is common. The rest of the countries in Latin America is handled by the US office. So that's how we are aligned in the world and work with distributors. Now we have a number of different companies we're working with. And you will know more about the ones we work with when it comes to animation, but this is to show a little bit about the variety, because there is a big variety in what we do. Everything from universities doing different research and studies to companies like ABB in the engineering sector. Cameras are the same. It's just a question of what would you like to do with these cameras, okay? We have a mission, and that is very short, to be the preferred partner within motion capture. I don't know, is there anyone here that has a motion capture system? No. Yeah, you have. But not of you others, no. Good. But you have worked with it, some of you. Yeah, good enough. So, within the company, we have everything in-house. We have hardware development. We have software development. We have where I'm sitting, which is a sales marketing side, of course. And then we divide this into different segments. So if you can see on the screen here, we have biomechanics, we have industrial, sports, animal, and entertainment. To make it simple, we say we have a life science segment. That's where the biomechanics, where the sports and animal part comes in. That's a life science segment. Separated is the entertainment, which is a complete, part by its own. And then we have a engineering sector. So that's how you can easily divide this into. But that makes that we have all flow of this, and we have the production in-house, so we can control everything. So that gives you at least an idea about our company. I mentioned that we have a number of different cameras. I won't go too deep into the cameras. It depends on, and you really don't need to know too much about the cameras because we will guide you in what you will need. But there are differences with the cameras, whether you work with life science and kids in gait analysis, or if you go into a game studio where you may need a lot of cameras instead of just the high end with a lot of megapixel. It might be better for you to have other setups and so on. So that is a difference. So we skip a little bit about going into to details like that, okay? So I hope that gives a little bit of an understanding about Qualisys as a company here. In Brazil, Orlando is our distributor, so Kelsey is working with us down here to be closer to the market, of course, and to be able to answer all the questions. And some of you already know Orlando since before here, so, and that is good. I mentioned that we are about 40, 50 people, so me, Marcus, and Jean-Marc down here doing this, and then we have then divided because we are attending the GDC in San Francisco, which is a big event for us there. So we'll see how much we can answer about your questions today, but what I can promise is that if we cannot answer all the questions, put those questions, and we will connect back to you with. If we can't answer, we will have people that actually can call you up or talk about this in deep, maybe more than we can do, because you're actually sometimes more of an expert in your field than we are. So we actually provide systems for what you're doing, but you are actually using these things. You're creating things and becomes expert in what you do. Fine. Jean-Marc, shall I hand over to you and talk a little bit? No, I can talk. I'm employed to talk, actually, so that's a job for me. So I'll hand over this and I'll give you the HTML.
Yes, please. And it works. So, hello everybody. Hello again. Great to have you here. It's fantastic. Lots of people, creative people here. One non-creative people, but maybe you're creative outside of it. But just to help you out here, I used to be a personal trainer. So if you're a sports coach, it makes two of us here. Yeah. So hi everybody. So my name is Jean-Marc. I've been working at Qualisys for about 11 months now. I'm French. I live in Sweden for about, I don't know, it's 10 years now. And I shamelessly still don't speak the language, but don't tell anybody. And I joined Qualisys, I joined Qualisys about a year ago when the company was expanding in the animation and entertainment business. So primarily I'm a video editor, and then I moved to motion graphics with After Effects. But I always had a passion for 3D from when I was young. For those of you who've used the 3ds Max, I've installed the 3ds Max on the I think it was 12 floppy disks back then on an old IBM 386, etc. So I've been using 3D for quite a while. Then I moved on to Maya, and then later on to Blender. I'm sure some of you have used Blender. And then I used to program little games when I was a kid on my Atari ST, so that's a while back, and with basic language. But back in the days when there was no Unreal Engine and Unity, and you had to create everything from scratch, and it used to take, I don't know about the others, maybe 2 or 3 weeks to understand that a global variable is not the same as a private variable, and that's why my little guy was falling through the platforms. But when you finally find out, it's a eureka moment, right? But now we have amazing tools like Unity and Unreal to create things more quickly. So as Martin said, primarily Qualisys does a lot of camera and camera system for biomechanics, for science. Qualisys used to do some animation, but that was a while back, and then there was a break for a little while. But since the market is booming, and there is so much demand at the moment for animation, for motion capture, and in entertainment, that we have decided to push a bit more, and with great success at the moment, because we are expanding a lot in the animation department. We are selling a lot of systems. There are a lot of people like you, creative people, who need custom tailor-made content for their games, for their animations for their movies, for their 3D movies. And there are a lot of libraries out there but it's not the same, or it might work for a few NPCs, but if you have a cinematic that you really need to, you need to follow a script, it just doesn't work to patch some animations together. I mean, it can work, but it's not ideal. So we have many different clients, and we have many different, so this is PowerPoint, and I had PowerPoint. Wait, how do you start it? Is it that guy? Slideshow. Okay. Okay. So we have done, we're doing work in virtual reality, animation and virtual production, and primarily in animation. So virtual reality, we have had, I'm going to show you a movie in a little while. There was, it's closed down now, but there was an arcade VR company in Gothenburg for co-op games that worked quite well. So I was using some of those Micus cameras and fully geared. It was back in, it's not so long ago, but we don't use them anymore, with the HP in the back of the players, you know, to power your headset. And using our tracking system. So games, not that we don't develop these games in-house, but it was developed by third parties. So it worked really well for a while. It's not so easy to keep this kind of thing going on and make money out of it, because it's a lot of problems with the equipment. Hopefully soon, for those of you who are into VR, you know that sure the headsets are more and more powerful, but we can now stream. I mean, you can stream wirelessly from your computer to your VR headset. So soon, I don't know, with wireless Wi-Fi 6, I guess we should be able to play VR games without having a computer on your back, and we can have amazing quality and no more cables, even if PlayStation obviously think it's okay to put people in a cable in 2023. Animation and video games, of course, these are our biggest clients. So the ideal client for us is more of a, I would say, smaller company. And I'm going to give you an example of the type of company that is buying a product. So last year, in my second week at Qualisys, we went and visited and installed a system for Perun Creative, which are based in the Czech Republic. And so this should talk to, sorry, I forgot your name, you guys. You have a game out, right? On Steam, yeah? The Lost Steps. The first one I didn't know about. The second one, because I'm a gamer as well, so I very often go through the pages of Steam, and that rang a bell. I actually went onto the Steam website, and I remember having seen the Steam page for it. And so Perun Creative released the game, I don't remember when it was, in 2021, called Hobo, where you play as a homeless person. And they were very successful with it. They were very successful. As you can see here, the recent reviews were still mostly positive, if not very positive. And so they bought a system from us because they started the production of their second game. And this game had a lot of NPCs, and then you need to have more control and have a better workflow into how to bring into their game a lot of animations. So we went there. And we installed, I think it was 16 Arcus cameras. So these are the Micus. Arcus is the step above, right, Martin, I would say. In a volume that was a little bit bigger than this, but let me show you the video, if I find it. So I'll let it run a bit. I'm here somewhere, but we're all dressed in black. So when we sell a system, we go there, we install the system ourselves, we calibrate it, and we teach how to use it. This is Martin, who's the head of the entertainment division. So it took about a day to put the system up, calibrating it, installing, and then we're starting to do some tests with it. I think this is one of the developer, and the game is they're using Unity engine to do this, and they are specially extending their office, and this is the room that they're going to use only for motion capture, and they're thinking of possibly renting the room as well, so you don't have to just use it for your own service. You can also rent it out if you want to. So this is more of a like smaller type of company, and we are also selling more and more to larger production companies. So this was a gaming company, and let me show you something from Goodbye Kansas, which is quite an interesting video with a horse in it. So this is pretty cool, I think. I wasn't there, unfortunately. I yet have to visit Goodbye Kansas in Stockholm, but Martin has been there often. So, I mean, this is a bit more advanced, of course, type of mocap with a horse. But the system can obviously track more than one actor at the same time. We can go up to 8, 10, depending on the cameras you have. And of course, you can have more than actors. You can have rigid bodies, so you can have props, you can have swords, you can have all sorts of things. Of course, in your recording, basically, it doesn't matter if it's a game or if it's a movie. I mean, it's the recording process is more or less the same. So that was Goodbye Kansas. Let me show you. Okay, that was. So this is a bit. I don't remember what year it's from. Maybe Orlando, you know. Do you know about this? So this is VR gaming, a bit like I was talking to you about with what we had in Gothenburg, but they are in bumper cars with a VR headset. So I don't know about motion sickness, but so we track the headset with our cameras, and then you link it to your game engine, and yeah, basically it's a game with the added layer of the tracking. But there's obviously, I would say, a market, but the possibilities are basically endless with this. Now with VR being lighter and lighter, the VR headset, you know, with the prop, because you could have a game, you can create a game, you can be in VR in the game. But if you're in a mocap volume like this, you can have a rigid body as a sword, for instance, and you can bash things around while you see the whole scene in VR. So you are tracked, your position is tracked, the props are tracked as well, and you can interact with them. So you can have a wall in Unreal that you break down, and I mean, you can do maybe too much, so yeah, but you have to narrow it down. So so that was a VR application that we did. So we do also virtual production. I'm sure all of you know about virtual production, especially with Unreal Engine. If you've seen The Mandalorian, the series The Mandalorian, Well, it's all done in virtual production with, I think it's a 270-degree massive LED screen. And this is really booming now, especially with Unreal Engine 5 being released. Real-time global illumination with Lumen, Nanite. I'm sure some of you are using Unreal Engine. You've heard about that, especially for, I mean, in 3D now. There's even like series done in Unreal Engine because the quality is so good now. So let's have a look. This one was. So yeah, of course, for virtual production, you need good tracking of your camera. And for that, you need a good tracking system. So, I mean, setting up a virtual production is it's pretty easy. I mean, you can do it. You can start doing it even without a Mocap system. I don't know if some of you have tried with just your iPad. You can link directly to Unreal, and you can start moving around a little bit. Of course, you don't have ground truth. You don't. The Unreal Engine doesn't really know where you are precisely, but you can very easily hook a. You can track very easily the camera, so it can be anything. It can be a few markers, like I have this on this drone for the demo later, and you tell Unreal Engine, well, these are the marker on my camera. And when you move your camera and your mocap volume, the virtual camera inside Unreal Engine is moving. That's what they're doing in virtual production. That's the same technique from the Mandalorian, except I haven't tried it with an LED screen because they're a little bit expensive, but maybe someday we can buy one. What we do at Qualys, we provide the means of creating these things, and of course we use to some extent we use Unity and we use Unreal Engine, but we don't produce anything in-house in terms of movies or games or things like that. So that was virtual production, which is also booming at the moment. So Versatile is the biggest installation we have in China. How many cameras? 130, 100. But if you look at the volume, it's huge. Absolutely huge. It's like a gymnasium, basically. So I think it was 140, 60, 120, okay. So, and it's working well despite the fact that we haven't been able to go there due to the COVID restriction. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, been doing a lot of, some troubleshooting over the phone. But yeah, it's I think isn't it the largest volume we have, I think, in animation anyway. I think it's one of the biggest. We have also recently, I can mention it. I mean, it's not really official yet, but don't tell anybody. Otherwise, I'll know where it's coming from. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. Swap glasses. We have actually motion Beyond Capture, which is a motion capture studio in Vancouver. I don't know if anybody has heard of Beyond Capture. They were interested in our system to build a new mocap volume. And I don't remember again how many cameras, but it's a lot. It's over 100 or 140 cameras. So we have started the installation process there. They have a lot of recording going on. Here they are. And this is all Arcus camera, so the model above this one, and they've done a lot of stuff in gaming and in movies, etc., etc. So that's I think this is the biggest deal we've done in the entertainment and animation division so far, and that was just done a few months ago. So we are expanding, and we're getting more and more clients in that department, which is amazing because this is the most fun department. So I'm lucky in a way because I am using the technology that colleagues like Marcus are working on, and I have often so most of my days I'm at my computer, and I either have Unity or Unreal or Blender. Maybe I have a gamepad, or I have the drawer next to me, and they pop by and they're like, "Can I come and work with you?" Your job seems so much fun. So yeah, I'm very lucky that way. So let me see. Did I forget anything about? Yeah, just talking a little bit. I mean, about the motion capture system. It's basically, I mean, for those of you who do 3D, you're familiar with rigging. So you have a rig, and we have markers. The markers create segments, and then we create a skeleton, and then we send that to. So you can record it directly. So we have a software called QTM, Quality Track Management Manager, which is like a 3D software with a 3D interface that allows you to create your actor, create your skeleton, your M models, your rigid bodies, and then you can use it the way you want. So you can record a sequence. So let's say I'm in a need of an NPC that does X. So I'm going to record it. You can clean up the animation or not, depending on how well it was recorded. And then you can simply export it as an FBX, re-import it in your game engine, and slap it in your game or in your animation, and you're done. You can do the same if it's for a first-person, third-person shooter, you know, to create your own custom animation. But you can also stream live, and there's another thing that we do also. There's a lot of live events, theater, performance. So that's good. They don't care about cleaning up. They can't. So, but they rely on very good tracking, and so they hope a lot of performances like this. I don't have it right here. There's Gilles Jobin, I think is it Switzerland or Belgium? So one of the two. He does a lot of performance like that, and he uses our system. So live also. And also you can, as I mentioned before, you can use rigid bodies, so props for games. Yeah, and that was some of our clients. Remedy Software, for those who know, I think they're from Stockholm. Are they from Finland? Remedy Software. You should. Yeah, they did Control. If anybody has tried that game, Control. So yeah, they used our system to do their mocap. Haymaker, based in Gothenburg, they do a lot of visual effects, movies, series. They do stuff on Netflix and etc., etc. So yeah, we have a variety of small to large and very, very large clients now using our system. Right. So that was the overview of what we do. Do you guys have any questions so far? Fantastic. Yes. 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 That's good. That's a hardware question. Yes, the question is if we have planned to release, was it the Arcus camera, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
We can actually show you a bit of our hardware if you're interested.
Yeah.
And the camera is already launched here in Brazil. They are available. So Martin will just connect the PowerPoint here so we can show you different models. So we have like 3 different models of a camera. The previous one was called Arcus. And you can see here the big one here. This camera here is called the Arcus. And it's a high-end camera. And after that we released the Marcus camera. And it's a smaller one that we have here around. It's more, I mean, middle-end camera, 2 to 4 megapixel, and I mean 180 to 300 hertz frame rate. And then we have these Arcus cameras. It's a high-end platform, and we have up to 2 megapixel, and we have models that go up to 700 hertz. So, and we also have one model that is used in some big studios. It's 26 megapixels, but you can just run it in 150 hertz. So there are quite many different models of our Arcus camera, and it has been available for a few years, and of course in Brazil as well. So we installed a lab here in Natal, a gate lab this autumn, and they have A9 cameras, 9 megapixel cameras. So they have it here already in Brazil. Yeah.
Anything else? Yes. I'm not sure exactly. It could be in the with axisymmetry or. Yeah. There was no markers in the camera. Oh, I don't know exactly. Aha, okay. Then I'll tell Martin this. It was his original presentation. I think we do some, but maybe that was not from this from this one. We want to go more into virtual production, but right now we're heavily invested with the animation, gaming and things like that, entertainment. So yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Totally. Yeah.
Exato. É isso mesmo, Eduardo. Qualquer tipo de objeto, a gente está falando a gente vai entrar mais detalhadamente aqui dentro do. Qualquer tipo de objeto que eu tenha pelo menos três marcadores para criar um corpo rígido, eu posso traquear. Então, seja ela a câmera, seja ela uma cadeira, um cubo, e ele do Unreal a gente pode colocar um live link e virar qualquer coisa. Então, só apontar. Dentro da apresentação dele era outro sistema, mas esse sistema a gente tem precisão de 0,11 milímetros de movimento, fora a rotação, a precisão na rotação. Acho que quem trabalha com produção virtual havia comentado alguns movimentos que são difíceis de executar. Esse daqui, em qualquer movimento, você coloca uma câmera no seu ombro ou em qualquer lugar, você filma o ambiente inteiro em 3D. Então, com alta precisão, sem aquele problema de trepidar, rotacionar, está fazendo certo? Não. É a precisão, essa é a diferença do sistema. The latency it's around the
latency.
It's for around 3 or 4 the length. That's for streaming.
Yeah. We have the latency of the camera is depending on a few different things. We have one latency that is the time it takes for the camera to clock out the pixel and transmit the 2D frame to the computer. And the other latency is for the computer to actually calculate the 3D frame and output that through TCP/IP to the next software. And what we say normally it's around 5 milliseconds for latency. But if you have a really huge system and a lot of actors and so on, it might be a few more milliseconds.
put markers in the focus well in the camera, tracking the camera and tracking the focus well in the same time, for example, to pass lens information to the system?
I'm not sure. I know there is a system you can buy and you can
Thinking in extrapolate the use. You know, I use more versatile. And track not just the position of the camera, but the position of focus wheel, zoom
Why
wheel.
not? Yes. I now understand what you're saying. So you would put a marker on
Why
the actual
not?
camera. Yes. But you would get that position back to your software, whatever you're using, and you can drive whatever values then in your
Use
in
the
theory,
position
yes.
of
We're not going to try this afternoon, but in theory, yes.
Okay.
But it's a good idea.
It's interesting to transform the system in something more versatile to.
But that's a great idea. I don't think we've thought of all the case scenarios. So I mean, if you have an idea, I think because of the precision of the system, if the system is set up properly, you have very, very precise tracking. So you can track any objects that you want and, you know, assign it back to whatever you want within your software. So yes, it's a good idea.
We'll do tests.
Yeah, one more thing to test.
Tomorrow.
I'll put it on, I'll put it on my list. Great idea. Anybody else has any question regarding all this? Or I just wanted to say one thing. There was somebody who, I think it was you, sir, I'm not sure, here there was a question about transmitting emotions. Was it you? I want to make sure that people understand what we do and what system that we have. We don't do facial capture. Yeah, we don't do facial capture. We do finger tracking, but depending of the volume and depending on how precise it has to be, sometime maybe an extra a different solution, like, you know, Manus gloves, or which you can use in conjunction with our system. And the same thing, so this is Orlando thing, you know, you can already have it's best to have some expression on the face, so you can already use Unreal, you know, Live Link. Is it Face Link or Live Link? Or
Live Link, yes.
Live Link, and, you know, you put your phone in here, and you're not gonna get fantastic lip syncing with it, but I mean, you have facial expression, frowning. I tried it with the meta-humans, and it's quite, if it's an NPC or it's just somebody in the background, they look very human to me. You know, they frown, they blink their eyes when you blink, and so, but we don't do, if you really want like proper lip syncing, you need to go to a third party. Is it Faceware, I think?
Yes, Faceware, it's good.
If you really want something, so we don't do that. So the limitation is up to here. Well, head movement, obviously. Some claw, and we have fingers tracking also. I haven't tried that too much, but I know we have a guy in the office who's the violinist, and he's done some finger tracking. Right? Yes.
Our avatars are really simple.
Yes.
Like they are like Minecraft.
Yeah.
For example, the style.
Yes.
So it's not really needed like high resolution of expressions, micro expressions. Maybe I think that could be possible. Like if your system, that's a question basically. Is that possible? Like with the technology we have right now?
It is possible, but not with our technology. Because we don't do anything with the face. We don't have a single tracker for eyes. But I suppose if you're talking metaverse, I know was it the latest Quest, the Quest 3? Doesn't it do some eye tracking and facial expression?
Yeah, I think so.
But otherwise, I am sure you can tweak this, because this with the Live Link works with MetaHuman. If it works with MetaHuman, I'm sure you can retarget to a simpler face and have all the movement you.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question. So do you use like a glove for finger tracking, or it's like this dotty thing that you use for hands?
I am not sure exactly. I think it depends on the case scenario. I know that we've used it with finger tracking, and we can do finger tracking as well.
With your system, like.
Sorry.
With your system, just your system can do.
Finger tracking. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We have markers with the elastic.
Oh.
You put them on your fingers and do some
Yeah,
tracking.
that
with
that
your
was the
fingers.
question.
Yes,
That
yes,
was
yes.
like third party or
No. That
your
the
oh.
face, not at all. The fingers, yes, we do
face
it.
we can use like phone and stuff
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes,
and
yes, yes.
retargets, but
Yes, yes.
body is like complex.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, the finger tracking. The problem is you need to have a very small marker on the finger, and when you rotate the fingers, you need to have clear line of sight from the camera to the fingers. So you need to add a lot of extra cameras in the volume if you want to do good finger tracking. So that is most of the limitation with that. So normally they combined gloves with motion capture because our system is very easy to integrate with other hardwares. So we have, we can also use PTP timestamps, so we can timestamp each frame. So it's easy to synchronize with the other kind of system. Yeah.
Using your system and before do just the hands.
That's possible, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Yes, yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Is there any limitation besides of expressions, like any movement the system cannot track?
Well, it's all about the markers and the markers visibility within the volume. So there's occlusion. So if the marker can't be seen by one camera, it has to be seen by other cameras. Of course, if let's say my elbow is being tracked and my elbow totally disappears, it may break a little bit, but the system is able to understand that it doesn't break the whole chain unless maybe my wrist, my elbow, and then my shoulder disappear. That could be problematic. The biggest challenges are, let's say, body-to-body combat, because of course all the markers start to mix together. Very low on the ground as well, rolling, fighting. I don't know how it would be to record an MMA fight, for instance. I mean, if we assume that the markers don't go flying from the first 10 seconds. But then again, if you are into animation for a game, if you're not doing live performance, you will do some cleanup anyway. I mean, as long as you don't lose, 90% of your recording. And then, of course, it's all about fine-tuning the system for your specific needs. It's not going to work out of the box. I guess if you do high acrobatics or if you do a lot of fighting on the ground, you're going to have to mix. But it's the same system, because these cameras are very easy. You can just reposition them the way you want to cover what you need to cover. And the system is very flexible that way. Yeah. You can move the camera. You have complete control over the cameras through QTM, our system. You see what the cameras see. So you can adjust them, and then you recalibrate the system. We'll talk about it quickly after the calibration.
Just a little thing about face. I was speaking in Portuguese, okay?
You should have faith.
Okay. Tem mais ou menos uns 10 anos atrás, trabalhando com pesquisa, né, o pessoal de uma universidade ainda não tinha essas integrações de live face, faceware ou o que seja. Eu cheguei a fazer uma pesquisa com a Unicamp. Eles não tinham sistema, a gente tinha um sistema demo aqui. Eles colocaram perto de 50 marcadores na face. Era o pessoal da engenharia elétrica com o pessoal da comunicação, justamente para ver comportamento, de expressão do cara nervoso, triste. Então,
faz sentido, porque o rosto humano acho que consegue fazer mais de 50 mil expressões.
Então, eles
colocaram 50 mil marcadores.
Eles colocaram 50 pontinhos, né, dentro da...
50 pontos.
50, não 50 mil.
Cara,
mas você pode colocar...
Mil.
Mas eles colocaram, distribuíram, os marcadores têm de 2 milímetros, né?
Entendi.
Então você pode capturar isso, mas qual que é a questão? Na verdade, você tem que pensar na produção. Hoje tem tecnologia, até mesmo câmeras fantásticas que captam isso de uma forma... não tão precisa, talvez, quanto o sistema, mas assim, te entrega um resultado bom.
I agree. I totally agree.
I did something at the university with 50 markers on the face, but was 10 years ago. nothing with the live face,
Yes,
or
yes, yes.
the technology was not
Yeah, it's
existing.
crazy now.
Just to check the
Yes.
behavior of the angry, sadness,
Mhm.
but what was research. That's about tracking face. We can do it, but it's depend of the proposal. If I want to go to production,
yes,
don't use the markers on the face.
No.
Use the high technology.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else have some question regarding the system or what we do before we jump into something else? No? Okay, good. So I suggest we show you a little bit about QTM and how we set up the system. And then I will put some markers on Marcus and do a calibration on him, and then hopefully we'll stream him into Unreal and see how it behaves, how it works. But shall we move those tables a little bit? Just take 2 minutes to rearrange here.
It's fine here. Yes. But we're blocking the TV.
Okay, what we will show now is to do a calibration and set up a camera system. And as you can see here, we have put up the camera here around in a circle. And we also have a few cameras a bit lower. And that was for a demo that we did earlier today. So this setup is not perfect to optimize the space here. It will be quite limited space here. So what we can do is here, you can start a new preview. And here on the screens, you see the white dots. And the white dots is the marker on the calibration equipment. And the calibration equipment is two parts. It's the L frame. And the L frame is defining the coordinate system, with which, the axis, how axis will pointing. So the long arm is the X, the short is Y, and Z is pointed upwards. But you can change if you want that. The wand has two markers, and that is moved around the volume, and you need to move it around the whole volume that you want to measure. And what the calibration actually does is it calculates the position and orientation of each camera. And after that, we can calculate the 3D from that. So when you set up the system, we also have this possibility to change the camera into video mode. So you can actually see a video image.
Yes.
Yeah. So now we see all the cameras rotated. The camera that is mounted lower is not rotated, but all the other camera is rotated. But the thing is, the calibration take care of that, so it doesn't matter. But if you want, you can also rotate the camera here in the software if you think it looks nicer.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can also change the order of the camera, so on the software. Maybe
don't need a mask.
No, don't. So we will just perform a calibration here, and you will see. I think Jean-Marc need like 60 seconds here to calibrate this the system. Are you ready? I am ready. Yeah, let's go.
Essa é a parte mais importante que eu brinco quando eu faço. A gente está benzendo o ambiente. Para tudo dar certo, para a produção dar certo. I'm telling to them that when you do this, it's like blessing the room. We are God, please give me the power to everything is correct, no error, no retargeting. Toda essa parte de calibração é importante porque ela vai dar a precisão da nossa coleta. Então, se você fizer uma calibração ruim, vai aumentar o erro e isso pode prejudicar na parte da coleta. toda a parte de movimento que ele está fazendo, a varredura, é de todo o ambiente que a gente vai coletar. Então, se a gente tivesse um campo de futebol, tem outros sistemas que podem ser coletados, mas aí teria que fazer uma varredura do campo inteiro, só para ter uma noção do que acontece. Okay, Marcos.
Okay, so now the calibration is done here, and what you can see here is the position of each camera, and also how many points it has seen for the calibration itself.
What's the average error about? It's around the 1 millimeters. Yeah. Yes.
And you can also
okay.
look at the calibration, so you can see what part of the volume you actually have covered here. So this part of the room is calibrated now. So inside here we can reconstruct 3D points with good accuracy. So I can just close this one.
All right.
So now it's calibrated, so if you move around the wand, you can see. Yeah. Yep. So you. Yep. Yeah, I think so. So now we will show you. We will put on marker, and we will show you the steps how to identify the marker and create skeleton, and then stream the data into Unreal. So you will see all the steps here that you need to perform. So first of all, Jean-Marc will. Yeah, okay.
That's the rigid body, or I can keep it. Oh no. Yes.
But it's not going to move these. I think I need to do a new one, no?
That's easy, Joe.
Yes, close it.
This one.
No, that one.
That?
Yeah. So I can start. We can start from here on. And 3D. And let's see.
No, it's not the.
What do you want to have? What do you want to have?
Well, normally here there's a.
Just a view.
Here?
Yeah, that's what I.
Yes.
Right. But the label list. Do you have a label?
I will load it in.
Okay. Yeah.
It's right here. But once we have something.
Okay.
We should be able to load the label list. Once I have it here. But the one thing I want to do before is this. Okay, so there are different marker sets depending on we have different marker sets depending on the application. So a marker set for animation is not the same as for biomechanic or sports life science. This is the marker set that we use generally for animation. You can do custom ones also if you want, but today we're going to demonstrate that one. So I'm going to put markers on markers. Yes, I think it sounds nice. So these are the suits also that we manufacture. Different size, different colors. And so basically to start creating your skeleton, you just need to follow the marker set. So I'm going to start here with the head. So there's a head top.
That's just
there's a head front.
Tape.
What?
That's so.
Is that going to reflect?
No, it's so ugly. Sorry.
Left and right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to try. Yeah.
O que a gente está fazendo aqui, na verdade, é seguir o modelo.
So we have shoulder.
Esse é parte do processo, né? Então, a gente tem um guia dentro do software.
Chest.
Que ele segue o modelo anatômico, justamente para criar os segmentos. Isso tem a ver com a origem, por exemplo, eu falei de corpo rígido, né? Então, os segmentos nada mais é que são corpos rígidos que você vai calcular a rotação deles. Então, a gente vai criar vários segmentos, o corpo humano são vários segmentos de corpo rígido unidos, e esse esqueleto vai ser mandado streaming para qualquer outra plataforma, ou que seja Unity, Unreal, Maya. Então isso serve de referência. Em alguns casos, quem trabalha com game ou com qualquer tipo de outro modelo, a Qualys tem um modelo específico do esqueleto e o pessoal costuma fazer retarget. Então você aponta para qual bone está sendo feito para ele ler esse esqueleto, esses segmentos que estão sendo mandando o streaming. In alguns casos, there's some case that you need to use extra markers for it's depend of to keep streaming the segment. Algumas câmeras, dependendo do tipo de movimento que a gente vai realizar, a gente costuma colocar marcadores extras no movimento, justamente para quê? Porque se alguma câmera dentro do nosso volume não estiver enxergando o marcador naquela posição, a gente tem um marcador extra justamente para ver isso e continuar mantendo o segmento ativo. Esse é um dos pontos que a gente sempre procura colocar para ver que tipo de movimento vai ser realizado. Basicamente são quase todos os movimentos que a gente consegue, mas a gente se preocupa muito com oclusão, né? Então isso, se o marcador não está sendo visto pela câmera, ela tem que estar mandando streaming para o outro lado. Não. A vantagem desse sistema, você pode colocar quantos marcadores você quiser aqui. O sistema tem um mínimo de marcadores que você tem que ler para ele identificar o esqueleto. Mas uma das vantagens, por exemplo, eu poderia colocar mais 2 pessoas aqui, mais 3 pessoas, 4 pessoas nesse volume. E cada uma ser independente e elas interagindo ao mesmo tempo. Então a gente está falando um setup com dedos, vão 64 marcadores. No básico vão perto de 47, 50. Então, se foram 4 pessoas, dá quase 200 marcadores. Mas cada câmera pode enxergar até 600, 700 marcadores. Então, cada câmera, né? Então, todo o sistema. A quantidade de câmeras é uma pergunta importante. O pessoal fala, quero fazer análise 3D, quero fazer captura 3D. Tanto é que teve um outro estúdio, fala assim, não, uma outra marca veio e falou assim, não, eu faço aqui com 8 câmeras. Não, você vai ter o 3D. Eu falo assim, tá bom, você quer? Daí eles me chamaram, né? Falaram assim, não, você quer fazer com 8 câmeras? Tá bom, vem cá. Coloquei, falei assim, ó, seu volume é limitado, porque essa câmera tem uma abertura normal de 40, a abertura é 46, 50, ela tem uma lente. Quanto mais distante, ela tem um cone, então você tem uma cobertura de volume que está dentro dela. Se você tem poucas câmeras, ela fala assim, ó, com 2 câmeras você faz 3D, mas você faz um volume minúsculo. Uma das coisas que a gente tem, a gente não vai testar hoje, mas eu acabei adquirindo para testar, justamente, eu estou com um marcador ativo. Eles não são marcadores passivos, esses daqui são marcadores passivos. Eu tenho um conjunto onde você tem 6 marcadores de segmentos, então você coloca e ele fica mandando o sinal para a câmera. A precisão é a mesma, só que qual que é a vantagem? Eu consigo ter uma distância maior. Distância maior, eu consigo ter uma abertura maior de câmeras, mais distante, e eu consigo ver mais e consigo usar menos câmeras. Mas você tem limitação em alguns pontos. Essa é a questão.
We're ready, Orlando.
Yes,
Whenever you're ready.
I'm talking too much.
No, not at all.
Sorry. Okay.
it seemed very interesting. I wish I understood. We should have live translation. So now we have a bunch of cloud points. So if you move around, we're almost there from triple equality content. It took you 1 second. Okay, but it's already funny to look at this. So now we have the beginning of the tracking. We need to transform that into an actual model and an actual skeleton, because otherwise the 3D software will not get any data. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to do a recording of a range of motion. And we do a range of motion at the beginning. You do it once. And this is for the software to, how do I put that? To get, to create the aim model, the model that would drive the skeleton. So I'm gonna do a quick recording of a range of motion. Are you good with range of motion? Or shall I? Yeah, but I can do it with you. So. Oh, you can take an hour if you want, but
you're too old.
Yeah, we don't need a lot. It goes pretty quick. So you start in a T pose.
T pose.
And this is important because this is how I will label the markers later. So if they're all on top of each other, it's very difficult. So we start in a T pose, looking straight in front of you.
Okay.
And then we are going to record. So
you're getting the minimum setup for the markers, no? The minimum. Just explaining, because there's the extra markers. I was explaining today about the extra markers for, yeah.
Let's start like that. So when it's ready, we can go.
Esse é a parte, qual que é esse procedimento, né? A gente sempre fala que é o procedimento de calibração do personagem. Então, qual que é a ideia? Quantos mais movimentos a gente fizer dentro dessa calibração, é importante para ele identificar os marcadores e ter um modelo adequado. A gente sempre faz os movimentos parecidos com o que vai ocorrer na cena. Então, se o cara vai rotacionar o tronco, agachar, então a gente sempre procura fazer quantos mais movimentos. A gente cria esse modelo para depois identificar automaticamente no sistema e mandar no stream.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So now I have a recording. But I think the room is not that big. Oh, thank you. So you can scroll through your recording, or you can simply play it. And now we need to tell the system. So we have an auto-identification system as well, but it's sometimes just as easy to do it manually, because you're only going to do this once per actor, unless markers get lost or something like that. So what you need to do, you need to load the specific animation marker set. Yes. Well, tomorrow, if he puts his suit back on and nothing has moved. No, but if it's not that far off, I have had luck with this. It will work. Yeah. It will work, but if it doesn't, then you'll have to redo it. But again, the process is not very, very long. So we're gonna load the. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Because we will name this actor markers, and the system knows exactly where the markers are. But we're going to use the same animation marker place for somebody else. But of course, the markers will not be at the exact same place, and we're going to label this actor number 2. Yep. I'll show you. If do you want to know now, or do you want the surprise for later? If he leaves the volume. No, just kidding. Well, if he leaves the system. No, I'm not going to joke. If he leaves the system and he comes back, he's just picked up by the system. Okay. So it's just gets re-identified straight away. You can be 3 people leaving the system, 3 people coming back from different actions. It doesn't really matter.
he won't be messed up with the
No, no, no,
like
no, no.
markers.
As long as he hasn't moved his markers around his body, he will be identified by the. It's just. Yeah, he will do it.
Okay.
He'll go run around the block and come back, and you will see. Right.
Thinking in tracking a camera, you need to do something like that with the volume of the camera?
For tracking a camera?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, except it's a lot easier because you have less point and it's not a skeleton. So there's no moving part. It's a rigid body. So you put, I don't know, 3 or 4 markers on the camera.
Okay.
You draw a square in, I'll show you later, in QTM, and you say this is called camera 1. And then you link it with the live link in Unreal, and that's your camera 1. So it's super easy for rigid body. It takes 2 seconds versus this. So now comes the fun part, which is to label the marker accordingly so that we can create the model. So I loaded the marker list for animation, and you can see this is what the system is expecting on the right. These are the markers that he wants, which are the same as the one that I showed you earlier on, if you remember on the diagram. So we're going to start here. So it's just a little bit, you need to know where it's forward and where it's backward. Obviously, this is the front and this is the back. And this is the beginning of, this is the nice T-pose. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to click here on the head left, which is, I guess, that guy here, and I'm going to mark it. And now he wants the head top. So I mean, for people like you, who like spend the whole day in a 3D software, it's pretty easy to just, you know, go around. This is head right, and this is head front. Boom, we have a head already. So now we're going to go to our shoulders. So if I go back in the middle here, this looks at my left shoulder top. This looks like my left shoulder back. This looks like my arm, well, his arm. This looks like the left elbow. And now we need the wrist out. So if I position myself, the wrist out must be that guy.
Yes.
The wrist in is that guy. And we have the hand out. And we have, you have an arm and a head, Marcus, already. Happy? Good. Then we continue. We have, that must be the right shoulder top. That must be the right shoulder back. And here we continue, we come back here, wrist out, wrist in, and hand. Good. Now we need the chest. So that's the chest. It's pretty high up.
That's pretty high, chest.
And this is the spine top. Should be the other way around, no? Yeah, but then
maybe it's the glasses.
Maybe everything is the other way around.
No.
No.
There's something.
No, look.
It's his glasses. Yes, probably.
But your chest marker is
this is spine. So the back end is spine.
No. It's good. It's me who's looking at the wrong way.
Wrong
way. So we start chest is here. And then
yes,
spine top is here. Back left is here. Yes. Boom, we have a torso.
Hips.
Now the hips pretty easy. You go boom, boom, boom,
boom,
boom.
boom,
We
boom,
have
boom,
hips.
boom,
And now we're
boom.
just going to follow down the leg. So we're on, let me scroll down here. Left thigh, left knee out, the shin. And that's the trickiest part here. We have left ankle out. That's maybe that guy. The heel back. The left forefoot out. Out is here. And then we go around and we have a foot and a leg. And we do the same here. Boom, boom, boom. If you have more than one person, you need to the same process. If what? Yes. Yeah. For each,
Yes.
for each actor. How many person can do the same task? 8, 10. I don't remember how many we've managed to pull off, but something like that. It gets pretty messy after, but yeah, we with the right system in place and the right calibration, you can.
Yes.
We are at right ankle out, which is that guy.
Yes.
Then the heel back, foot out.
Toes.
Boom.
Low.
So now
Nice.
I can still scroll through my animation, but I have my segments. And I don't know what is that marker popping up. The glasses.
That's the glasses.
It's your soul.
Your soul. Oh,
Okay, so we're here, we're good. So now we simply need to define a name here. So I select all the labels, and I go to add prefix to selection, and markers with a C, right? Boom. Boom. And you're telling me, Orlando, that this has to be selected before the M?
Yes,
Sure.
I used to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're gonna
Works.
apply the generate an
I
AIM
think
model.
so.
And AIM stands for automatic identification of markers.
Yes.
And we're gonna create a new model, which is here, and which we also gonna kill markers. Boom. Great. And now we need to create a skeleton for this. So now I need to, did we reprocess first?
No, 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 just
Let's calibrate the
yes.
skeleton. So now it's going to try and
Right.
solve the skeleton.
It's done.
According to the segments and the position of the markers. So now, the segment, Unreal, Unity, Blender, Maya can't read. But these here, these are the skeleton. This is the rig underneath it, and that is important data for us. That's what we can do. So now that this is done, we can create a new one. Well, I can always save your measurements. Why not? Measurement 20. Marcus. Create a new one. Oh, sorry. Now I go to 3D. And now here we go. Thank you. So now we have, it's a bit better than the points that we had a second ago, although artistically, I don't know. And this is quite fun to see. So we have the segments and we have the skeleton tracked in real time. So one thing, do you remind me again where I put the, excuse me, the label, the index, the name of the, I want your name to appear on your head.
No,
it's yeah.
It's okay. It's right.
GUI, 2D, 3D settings, show label
okay.
information, show marker labels. No, that's the
No.
whole thing. I don't want the whole thing. Show static measure.
Skeletons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Show skeleton labels should be this one. No? There we go.
Yes.
So this is a pretty handy thing to have because it can get very confusing. You don't know who is who. You try to direct a bunch of 6 people. Good luck, because they all look the same.
Result is coming, and
But now you have the name of your actor. You can tell him, Marcus, run faster. Fall harder. Oh, you're fired.
Jump.
So,
And you could change the color of the
yes, you can customize the for each. It's a standard for identify the labels, but most important thing is the actor. You can change the colors of each label. You can be one green. We are divided by the greens right side, blue is left side, just to easy to identification.
Okay.
And this gives you even more information. No, show markers labels. No, okay. Thought it would. Okay, so that's step 1 of the process. So that was pretty quick. I mean, with a bit of practice, you can be up and ready in 10-15 minutes, I would say, with an actor, or even less. So,
yes.
Plus you don't have to redo it. So you went out, right, and came back in. So that works.
Alguma pergunta? Alguma pergunta?
Yes.
Yes.
Any?
Martin, that's question.
Any questions?
It's here.
Oh, he wants his.
Yeah. I'm coming. Slow Swedish guy, but I'm coming.
Thank you. The markers are provided by Qualys or?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Just a little thing. This is a special marker. I will speak in Portuguese. It's much more easy. Tem vários marcadores. O que a câmera faz? Ela pega só o que está refletindo. Ela tem um filtro especial. Tem os pontinhos os brancos, né? Exato. A gente tem para algumas situações, a gente tem máscara para colocar no software, porque tem coisa que não sai. Então, por isso que a gente, às vezes, pede para o ator tirar brinco, coisa que reflete, tênis, etc. E isso é importante. Mas um ponto da parte do marcador, é isso que você tinha perguntado, o marcador é fornecido? Sim, porque ele é leve. O que acontece quando você está fazendo movimento? Você está fazendo movimento, essa daqui é uma roupa especial, é uma roupa profissional. Mas, independente de quando ele está fazendo o movimento, se eu tiver um marcador pesado, aqui eu posso pegar o marcador que o pessoal usa no lixeiro lá. Não, vou construir um. E assim, pesado. Aí você começa a fazer movimento, tem um movimento de torque, balança, o que vai dar? Reflete no seu... Por isso que a gente fala. Tem algumas situações que o marcador, o cara sentou, esmagou, ok, pega, troca, recalibra e está feito. I'm telling about why the lightweight it's important for the motion capture, because when you're moving, the marker cannot shake. If you have a very, like in the industrial, they have a big one.
Yeah.
Have weight.
Yeah,
You can shake and it's not
it
good
needs
for
to be
movement.
tight. It needs to be to stay in place as much as
Thank
possible.
Thank you, Jean.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also, not for animation, but for the other case scenario, we also tape it to the skin. We glue it. I did a test. Was it last month for underwater? They tried to drown me, but they didn't succeed. So we did some recordings, and so got glue everywhere. We had underwater cameras, and it's quite funny to see yourself swimming, even at the skeleton underwater. So yeah, we use the same. Of course, you're not going to put a suit like this on a dog, but you can try. But so you use markers that you tape, or do we shave them a bit sometimes also? Yeah, in some places, depending. The horse, I don't know how it was done with the horse, but same.
Specific for the horses.
Yeah, it's something specific for the horse as well. So we have a whole different area way of putting on markers depending on the application. The horse in a suit? Yeah. Wait.
That will take some time.
Oh, you lost the marker. Start again.
Still about the marks, is that it reflects the infrared, or?
You mean the marks, or the lines, or you mean the markers?
Infra.
The markers.
The marks.
No, I thought you meant the lines. Sorry. Markers is reflecting. No.
The camera is
No.
flashing
Yeah.
light, infrared light, and this marker is reflecting the light back into the cameras.
It doesn't emit.
No, it doesn't. It's passive.
It's passive
one.
markers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a piece of plastic.
And the lines also?
No, the lines is more.
Okay, just statics.
No, I think the lines is more of a guide to help.
Yeah.
But
As Marcus says, is a reflective marker. The cameras, they send out IR flashes, depending on the hertz, the frames per second. So it's flashes incredibly fast, of course. But we also have these passive markers, but the cameras can also work with active markers. There's a possibility to tell the system, what are we working with? We work with active markers today. Fine, then you can have active markers. Then the marker sends out the flash. So the camera turns off the flash and the marker is sending the flash. Depends on the what you would like to do. So there are different applications, but also in this we can use the active markers.
Let's just move on after Martin. Okay.
Maybe when when you have a lot of actors, it sends in different frequency. Yeah. Oh, okay.
No. Okay.
Let us do this and we can explain a little bit.
Okay,
Let's
so
talk
now
about
I'm
this later.
okay. Yes.
Are those infrared cameras, right? Are they emitting the lights, or is they're flashing lights?
Yes.
If I need to record it in completely dark, it is possible because the camera are seeing. Yeah, it's better. Okay. If I have, for any chance, flashing lights, my flashing lights for drama or for the actor to feel something, are they going to?
Yeah, the camera has IR filter on, So it will cut away the visible light, almost all of it. So even if you have flashes with visible light, the camera will not pick it up.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you have really strong light, we have something that's called bandpass filter that is even more efficient, that we use outdoor in the sunlight to get rid of even more of the background light. So we can handle that.
Okay, nice. And also about how long can we record one motion capture?
Yeah, I mean,
is there a limit?
With the market based, you can record really long. I mean, 1 hour or half an hour is not the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just data. Yeah. And
What the camera does, it's calculate the center point of each marker inside the camera. So the only thing that the camera transmits to the computer is the center point and the size of the marker in real time. Yeah, the processing is done in the camera. So it's not the video image that is transmitted.
And yeah, that's why you can do everything just with a laptop, notebook. You don't. Yeah, you don't have to process anything. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is the reason why we can process a system with 160 cameras with 10 actors in real time, because each camera is doing all the calculation inside, and the computer just doing the combination and 3D reconstruction, identification of marker, and so on.
The indication is use the software in the same machine you are using the rendering.
Yes, yeah, but you can do both. You can have a dedicated machine on which you're going to run QTM and then stream that.
Using a protocol.
It's over your Wi-Fi or Ethernet or IP address, and you pick it up. So you can have a machine dedicated to your rendering, for instance, if you want. Yeah, wired, of course, is always better. Yeah, for latency. But at the moment, we're running on the same. I'm running QTM and Unreal on the same machine.
Thinking in doing semicircular or chroma key.
Yes.
How I put this camera, you know?
Yes.
How is the setup to do semicircular?
I don't know, actually. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'll have to inquire about that. I don't have the answer. Chroma key, when you
When I use chroma key, I don't. I could have a camera inside the chroma key, you know, and these 4 cameras, the big ones, are in the line of my camera. I need to remove one at least to do a semicircular chroma key.
I think I got you. I think the question is it possible to record without the cameras on the back?
But record what from where?
The markers. The markers, yeah, yeah.
I think in this configuration, you know, thinking put this configuration in a chroma key studio, and I need a semicircular space of ring. I need to put this camera or another camera, one to do the same circle without one. It's possible to work without one.
Yes, yeah. You don't. You can put it higher up, or you can simply remove that one and rearrange your camera orientations to cover a bit more here. You don't have. You don't. We could have done this. I've done the demo with the drone with only cameras at the top and no cameras mid-level and on the ground. So, yeah. No.
This is why we put a lot of questions to our customers coming to us asking. So we put questions back. What is your volume? How many actors? What are you measuring on? Because each market, very quick, each market has to be seen by minimum 2 cameras. It's like your eye, 2 eyes 3D, 1 eye 2D. So each marker minimum 2 cameras. So we prefer more to minimize the possibility of error, of course. So as you said, Jean-Marc, it's a way of you can move the cameras around or see if you're doing a new setup, a different setup, then you can move the cameras, or you need more cameras. So that's why we put a lot of questions in, and sometimes theory, when we believe what we need, or we do this mock-up and kind of calculation in our office, it doesn't always match with the reality, because you may need, because you have more actors or somebody's hiding between the other ones, so you may need some more cameras. So it's an assumption every time that, okay, we need this and this. You have 3 actors, we need 3 layers of cameras, we need 4 maybe in 3 layers. It depends on.
We also have a app called Lab Studio.
Yeah.
Lab Studio.
Lab Designer.
Lab Designer that helps you. You input, the superficie, the dimension of your studio, and it helps you, placing the cameras depending on, your use, etc. And then you work with us for the optimal thing. But as I said, anyway, we do the installation, and we can tweak things after. But I see that. It's great. Yes, it's great. It's
No, but
great.
the question is good. The question is good. I mean, how could you know?
It's just that we didn't understand the question, but the question was good. Thanks. Okay, shall we?
Can
okay,
I have
one more?
If I need to do the motion capture for many days,
yes.
Do the markers need to stay at this? You said that there's a range.
Yes, but I mean, in general, you possibly redo the next day to,
okay.
You would even redo the calibration. I know Goodbye Kansas, they've add even more cameras than they actually need. They redo the calibration very often to have the most precise tracking that they can get. So, I mean, depending on your workflow, and it's best to spend an extra 10 minutes now than having bad data later, and you have to clean up and you have to redo a whole scene with your actors. So might spend days. If you have a guy who knows what he's doing with the markers, I mean, it can go really fast. So it's best to recalibrate and redo it. Yes?
What you said before
Yes.
about the tracking and
Yes.
recording so many characters.
Yes.
More of one character.
Yes.
2, 3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
I don't understood how the system can get this.
Yes.
Can
You mean separate
yeah,
them?
identify and group these characters.
Yes, because when like we did the M model, so we defined what Marcus' skeleton looked like. These have very unique position in the 3D volume, right? When I'm going to do the second actor, I'm never going to put the marker exactly the same place on the second actor. So the second actor will be identified with this very specific position of markers. So this is markers, this is actor 2, this is actor 3. That's how the system recognizes it. And sometimes we use asymmetric position, for instance, so you don't get confused with left leg and right leg. And the marker, this is a reference. What was showed, it was just for the software to be able to solve the skeleton depending on the segment. But if I had put the marker here, that would just work just as well. But the computer knows that that marker here on the left leg is assigned to a guy named Marcus, and the next guy will have it there, so it can't be Marcus left. So that's why we can have more than one actor.
The next character.
Sorry. Yeah, I have something instead here. On the marker model, there are 2 different kind of marker. One kind of marker that is really important, that you put it on the right place. It's for the joints. They should be on the joints. But the tracking targets, it's between the joints, and it doesn't matter where you put them. So you should put them in a different place for different characters. So the system can identify different characters. But also, what we do when we create this A model, we measure the distance between all the markers and also the angles between them. And all characters that you bring into the scene are they are not identical. Yeah, different size or different shapes and so on. So the system will identify them without any problem. The problem with multiple characters is the clear line of sight from the cameras. As Jean-Marc mentioned before, if you are like 4 or 5 people close together, you will not see pick up the marker with the camera, and that is the problem, not the identification of the character itself. Yep.
In case of different bodies, do you have different suites for use for in these cases?
Different size of suits?
Like
yes,
like a child.
Yeah,
like
a child we don't have by default. I think we make them on demand when it's needed. But we have like small, medium, large, XL.
I don't know if you have seen the latest commercial from BMW. Is it Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't remember.
I personally delivered the suit for him, and it's big.
Arnold Schwarzenegger suit.
We had to make that one, so we delivered that one for them. So and
we can accommodate.
He's slightly bigger than me. I can
have
tell you that.
Tailor-made suit to your exact actor's size, of course.
A gente teve problema gravando com uma pessoa muito magra e a roupa ficou pouco frouxa, né?
Yeah, we did a test,
yes.
And then the actor was so thin, slim. That was we have to put straps.
Yes,
a lot
you
of
needed
straps,
the tighter.
straps.
Yes, that doesn't work. Yeah,
strap guy.
If the markers are hanging, it's a big problem for the system.
It's a trouble for me because after you need to retarget all the points in the body.
Yeah.
Was strappy, but it's better to have a very tight.
Yeah, no, so we can provide that.
Sweet.
We're going to move on to streaming into Unreal. If we can take more questions, but I just want to carry on a little bit.
Just let's do it to the at Unreal.
I don't need 2 hands, I think. No.
We are not working with MetaHuman, but it's a standard avatar from Qualys.
No, I don't have a scene here with MetaHumans, but you can retarget to. I'll touch briefly on retargeting after.
Yes. Okay.
Right now, I just want to show how you bring this data into Unreal Engine. You can do the same with Unity. So we have written plugins for this specific case. I'll go with Epic. So we have plugin for Unity. We have plugin for Unreal. What else do we have a plugin for? Thanks. I don't know why. I don't know if it's their software, but it's so heavy to go from one tab to the other sometimes. So here it is. The Qualys QTM Connect live link. You install that to your Unreal Engine build, and then there is some content you can download. You have an avatar that's already ready to go, and all you have to do is to start the connection, the live link connection between QTM and this. So I've pre-installed this, and I'm gonna show it to you here. So let's go back to.
Where is Marcus?
Unreal. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. You can take 5. Well, 3.
Okay.
So you drag the Q avatar that you can download, dragging into your scene. You create an animation blueprint from it, and all you have to do, and let me show you. I've pre-did it. You go into the animation graph, and you look for your live link pose, which is here now. And you just link it to your output pose. The one thing you need to do is to have live link installed, and then you go into virtual production, live link, and your live link window comes up here. And then all you need to do now is to link to QTM. So we are live now in QTM. I'll just double check. Yeah, Marcus is alive. Good. And then we choose. So since I'm running locally, I don't have to input an IP address. Otherwise, you put the IP address from where you are streaming from, and you do create. And now you have an interesting little tab here, which are the different subjects. So they're different ones, because we created some more. JM is me when I was doing a test. The drone is for the drone demo that we're going to do after. And you can see that they're all yellow because they're not in the volume. So QTM does not stream any data. But we can see that Marcus is green and ready to go. Are you ready to go, Marcus? Good. So that means we have data coming in and live link is on. So if I press play now, you can do whatever you want to do with your animations. A backflip maybe after lunch? I don't know. I mean, please go for it. This is the basic way of bringing your actor into your scene. So it's pretty quick from when we did set it up. Of course, you can record, for instance, a cinematic. But let's say I want him to do an action as an NPC. I would stay in QTM, record him doing something as an NPC, bring in as an FBX, and put it on whatever character that I want to have in my scene. But this works really well if you're doing some previews, for instance, for whatever scene, you have it right here. And of course, since you all know how Unreal works, we can change whatever we want. We can drag things in the on the fly here. So what you can do also is to add some props. So I'm gonna do a demonstration with that prop. I know Marcus needs to sit down a bit. We've never done the chair before. So right now you can see that just like he was. Sorry, thank you. Just like he was before, these are just points. So we need to do the same thing. So all you have to do is to get close to your points. You select all your points, but not like that. Wireless next time. So shift, it doesn't do shift select? Okay. Is it shift?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
You have to record there and
it's okay, I don't have 3,000.
It's okay.
Okay, thanks. So now I can define my rigid body at the current frame, and I'm going to call it something.
Box.
So I already have a box, so I'm going to call it box 2. Click on OK. And this is my box. So if Marcus moves the box now, the box is going to move in real time. Let me frame it a bit better.
This explains a little bit the different objects.
Yeah, so put it down again. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here where my rigid bodies are. Because you need to set things up in a certain way. There's a few things to take into account. For instance, obviously, just like in any 3D software, rotation, location, point of origin, etc., etc. But you can modify all this within QTM. So if you have a problem of a location of a prop, for instance, you can translate it X, Y, Z in millimeter or centimeter. So here I had some okay, so I'm gonna put the box back in the in here, and that was the original box. And if I go back to here, so try and hang on, yeah, try and pick it up again. Yeah, it's yes. I think I messed up something here. Where are we? We're on the box. My live link there. I had, oh yeah, no, it's box. Strange.
Oh, it's box.
As an invalid mobility. Okay. Let's try it just one more time. Yeah, but you're not aligned with it, so. Yeah, but this one I had prepared before, and it was box, and it was. I think it worked before with these things. So, no, because it was moving before. Okay, let's try with the box. Hang on, box 1. Let's do this. But okay. That was the original one. Okay, let's try this. Let's put back the box 2 in here. And I'm going to come back here. I'm going to kill that guy. Just give me 1 sec. Now this is where when you should talk.
Why? Ele está fazendo a parte de setup da caixa, né? E só está ajustando aqui, ó. Ele criou um corpo rígido dentro da Qualis, do software.
This should not change anything. I'm going to add a live link controller to it, and my live link controller is box 2. Aha.
It's not a stream. You have to stop and maybe. Yes.
So box 2. Okay, like before, yeah. So that's normal. It's disappeared in the ground. So we did go to box. So that's what I was saying. That's what I was talking about regarding the position. So it was translate, right? And we did. It was not minus, right? It was positive. Which one again? Did I do that? And okay? Okay. Translate here. We had 1,500 to go back. 7.
Toda essa parte dentro do processo é dentro de ajuste de posição, né? Então isso é inerente da produção.
Try it now, but it's front of you. The box is behind you. I don't know what I've done. Okay. I don't know what I've done. It was working before. Very strange. Hang on. Box 2. It's very strange. Box 2
tracking.
Box 1 is not transmitting. How come it doesn't remember what box 1 is? I think I removed it from the volume. Hang on. I'll try one more time. Otherwise, so box 1.
Sometimes when you're missing something, the way.
Box 1 is lost the marking on box 1 for some reason. And this is box 2 now. Was it moving?
It's moving. Yes, it's moving.
Yeah, so I think it's... But you are not. But that's the live thingy. Okay, hang on. Live link of my box 2. If I press play, I bet it's box. Try it, but I think we are off. And now you can't.
And the live link is not.
Yes. Right. Sorry, you'll have to take my word for it. I should have not done a box number 2. Yeah. Something had to fail.
But it's.
Was it? That's so funny because we marked it as box 1. I'd like to understand what happened. We marked it at box 1 as a rigid body before the demo, and it was working fine. Yeah, it's like a level, and this is box. So why am I not? Yeah, but I know because they are the same. But I remove box. So if I go back in my here volume, and then I go back to my live link, and I tell him it says box instead. Yes, but
when you're doing live link, it's
okay. Try it. It's behind you. Behind you. Now try to grab it, but it's not.
No. Whether it's
okay. It's moving. But okay, so then it's a live link update. You were saying something about. Where is the gentleman? You were saying something about. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Sorry, Leon.
Leon. You were saying something about. Was it update or live? Is movable.
Yes.
Update in preview editor. So why? Yeah, it works there, but it doesn't work when I play it. Yeah. Try it.
He's the expert here.
Why was it working before?
Thank you so much.
Okay, but we are. Yeah, but why are
was
we
a
upset
little
now?
thing.
Okay. You just need to line them up properly. That's the magic trick. And you can add as many props as you want. And the great thing with this during live performance, for instance, is you can use Unreal Engine to interact with the elements. So you can have a pillar here and a stick, and you hit it. You put colliders on both, and you have destruction. Or you can do anything. You can have a movable.
Even can be a camera.
Yeah,
virtual camera.
Camera.
This can be the
lights.
camera.
This can be anything at all.
A camera.
That's being tracked in real time. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Adjusting the native position, it's done.
Okay, any question regarding this and the workflow in general, or yes?
Is it possible to do a scene where a guy removes his helmet because the helmet will overlap the head markers?
That's a great question.
Só falando em português, ok. Você quer saber se o seu caractere tiver um capacete? É isso? E ele tirar?
Não, no caso, um soldado. Ele tira o capacete, aí teria o track do capacete e também.
O que a gente já fez disso? Né? Teve uma cena de uma publicidade, acho que o pessoal de um estúdio do Paraná Youth, eles fizeram um trabalho para Elo, onde tinha a motoneta, colocou a motoneta dentro do estúdio. Aí tinha essa simulação de tirar o capacete. Ela colocou, só simulou o movimento, mas eles fizeram um corte. Porque toda vez que você tem oclusão, você perde a parte do movimento. Por exemplo, agora você vai perder a cabeça. Se você colocar o capacete, você não vai conseguir traquear o movimento de rotação. O que eu sugiro para esse caso, faz como se ele fosse fazer o movimento mesmo, só estimula e depois acerta isso por fora.
E no...
É isso que eu ia falar.
Fazer o movimento rápido com a cabeça mais rígida um pouco, dá o tempo do sistema fazer a leitura do marcador.
Isso é. Ou, e assim, ainda foi traqueado, pode colocar os marcadores no capacete. Então ele coloca o capacete debaixo do braço e sai o capacete. Então só é esse movimento aqui.
Você consegue fazer isso aqui, ó. Sabe, o movimento mais natural, talvez você tenha dificuldade de fazer online. Offline você pode fazer a sobreposição da animação. Mas online você vai ter que fazer uma saída um pouquinho mais dura de cabeça. O sistema voltar a ler a cabeça dela. E esse cara é um objeto sólido, ela pega e joga para o lado, entendeu? Entendi. Tem esse tempinho aqui que é o trabalho de atuação. De conduzir o ator para uma realidade que é um pouquinho diferente da realidade real.
Entendi.
É isso aí. É isso aí.
E no caso, assim, de uma mochila, né?
Em caso...
Porque a mochila é bem, assim... Teria como traquear uma mochila? Porque é bem flexível, bem... mole, assim.
Então, isso é um problema desse, você teria que fazer.
Seria um movimento que você tiraria a mochila, né?
Para andar, você pode associar a mochila
a um objeto, né?
ao esqueleto principal. Aí acabou o teu problema, tá certo? A mochila, ela não tem dinâmica suficiente para parecer um corpo estranho ao corpo original. Então, agora, no momento da saída, você teria que fazer em dois tempos. Você teria que fazer a tirada dela e depois o movimento do corpo tirando a mochila. Entendeu?
Sim.
Ou seja,
seria a mesma coisa...
Offline você sempre pode fazer mais coisa. Online você começa a ficar um pouquinho mais limitado, entendeu? Mas não é impossível. Você só vai ter que
Dá
fazer
mais
dois
trabalho.
tempos.
Dois tempos.
Entendi. Aí seria a mesma coisa para um rifle também, que é algo menor. E não é tão
A gente...
flexível igual a mochila. Né?
Então, no rifle a gente colocou marcador em algum... Era um jogo. O pessoal colocou marcador justamente para posicionar a posição da bandoleira. Tem um monte de nome. Então você consegue ter uma referência do objeto. Caiu, jogou a arma. Então você consegue ter várias, porque é um corpo rígido. Aí fica mais fácil. E é separado.
A bandoleira você vai ter que corrigir, porque a bandoleira vai ficar estática.
Sim.
Entendeu?
É.
Ela aqui no corpo vai funcionar super bem. No momento em que você fizer a animação da retirada, ela vai vir junto como um objeto sólido.
Sim.
Então você vai ter que corrigir esse movimento.
No caso da bandoleira, a gente pode até jogar uma física mesmo, né? Na bandoleira
Sim,
só,
também.
Já resolve, né?
Exato. Excluir ela e colocar uma física nela atuando. Então o objeto principal, que é o palito, vai estar interferindo na dinâmica da bandoleira.
Yes, yeah, I will. So it's not 100%, but it's a little bit better. And that was my mistake, is simply before I enable the live link, the actor, the box, and the avatar were not at the right position in Unreal. So you have to put them back at the origin, because, yeah. Huh?
I can challenge you.
Yeah.
Associate the cube in the camera. Change the object.
What do you want to do? You want me to have it? Yeah. Are you on a camera?
Yeah.
You want a virtual camera?
The real cube moving the camera.
Yeah, or another object I can put in as a camera. Do you want that?
My cellular.
Yeah, but I need something I can put. You can use this as a camera.
Okay, perfect.
Is that the challenge?
Yes.
Woo. Woo. Okay, so let's try it. And why not?
I doubt.
No, if it works, you have to buy a system. 20 cameras or
I buy a beer to you.
120 cameras. Okay, so I put the drone down.
Or caipirinha.
But I think I already have a drone defined here, which is the drone we're gonna use for after. So this is your camera.
Okay.
And it should move, but hang on, you're two, yeah. Okay. So you can put it down again. So fine, let's try and do it in real time. So let's bring in a window virtual production. No. Sorry, let's go here. Cinematic. Cine camera actor. In here. So I guess it's going to be the same for this one. I have to put it in 0, 0, 0, 0. Why is this camera lower than the others? Yeah, okay.
Probably your floor are
Yeah, but
in not good position.
Yeah, but he's on the floor. And you are also in. No, you're at 60 up. See, but why is that box? Because we translated the box. Yeah. So I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's try it like this. Okay. So let's add a live link controller.
And associate the drone.
Lovely camera, and then we're gonna say this is the Telo drone driving it. So I'll have to adjust. Yeah, move it please. Up, and then look around you. Yeah, okay, it's here. So hang on a sec. Hang on. We are way too close. Give me a second. Let's go to a 12 mil, and put it back down for a sec on the floor. I'm gonna do a translation from QTM. Because like we did here, we are not in the right location. So with my drone on, so Marcus, you told me Telo drone, I do a translate to the geometric center, okay, and then translate again, and we're gonna back up by, I don't know what it was. Try 500 and apply, and go back to Unreal. Move the drone. Okay, so put it back down one sec. I think it was you were right.
In the meantime, I can just tell the people on the chat or on the streaming. If you have any question on the streaming, put it in the chat, and we try to.
Okay, let's go back to Unreal. Yeah, a bit better. Okay. Sorry, I have to click on it. There you go. And so wait, hang on a second. let me press play. Yeah, but I'm not, I would have to set the game set. Okay. Am I? Oh, sorry. Yeah. But we are offset for a reason. But you're not active at the moment because the thing is I would have to set the game mode and define the camera and do a blueprint to start it. But you get the idea. That's how quickly you can get it.
Oh, totally.
Markers as well.
And if I need to put some kind of delay to smooth the movement, I do in Blueprint or I do in your software? Both. You know, to have a better movement, not so shaky.
Yeah, but okay, but okay, I'll explain one thing with this. This is just really a quick test. We would never use that, so we use a proper virtual camera on the shoulder, a real camera.
Totally,
and you're not gonna shake like
it's
but of course
a challenge.
Yeah,
It's
I know, and so far, so to beer. Oh dear. So yeah, but there are ways, of course, to smooth the movement.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We can smooth the movement, of course, but we would use proper equipment to do it. I've done some tests with the proper thing, you know, and you see, so with the virtual camera, so you can use some SDI cable back into your computer, and then you see on the screen of the virtual camera what the camera is actually filming. The camera that's right here. So it's fantastic. We did a demo at Haymaker actually with that. If some of you know about the marketplace, there's an amazing scene called the meerkat scene with a meerkat, and there's a whole animation like a cartoon, and we just drop a virtual camera in there. And the great thing is that the animation runs in a loop. So, you know, the meerkat comes out, the big bird comes, and you hold the virtual camera, and you are the filmmaker. And they were there, and you know, you do a close-up, etc. And you can add, so your idea to have a marker to control the focus ring, etc. You can have that, and I know that they sell also. You can control, of course, because the virtual production. I mean, if they pull it off with a Mandalorian, they have the equipment. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, great. Any more question regarding the workflow? I mean, this is a general intro of the workflow to do some mocap with our system and stream it. I was talking about plugins. Just one thing I wanted to show you, because it's not just Unreal. It's not just Unreal and Unity. So here we go. We have plugins for Motion Builder and Maya, iClone also. So you can have that for your software depending on what you're using for your production. Okay, I suggest we take a break. And then I challenge you and everybody else here to a flying drone competition.
Okay.
So it's not about who is going to crash the drone the most. It's who can collect the maximum amount of star within 2 minutes, flying a real drone that's going to be flown also inside Unreal Engine.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I didn't have time to put the leaderboard really inside Unreal, so I'll go the old-fashioned way. But I'm gonna keep all your names and your score. Yeah. Sorry. The drone is insured. I don't know about you guys, but we're insured. Yeah. 5-ish, 5. Yeah.
Thank you.
5 minutos, daqui a pouco a gente volta com o drone.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Vamos lá, quem que vai dirigir? A gente vai fazer a demonstração do drone. Ó, acabaram de liberar, meu, cara, Receita Federal liberou hoje, cara. Tô com, tem 8 câmeras markerless e 8 da potente, cara. Eu falei, os caras queriam segurar, cara, eu falei assim, a gente pagando courier, o caralho. Mostrei o contrato, eu falei assim, os tickets dos caras, eu falei assim, os caras estão aqui para demonstrar, eu falei assim, a receita, ó, são 10 dias sem esse pós aí, cara. Mas eu vou estar com as câmeras, então a gente mostra aí. Vou falar para eles se eles podem segurar mais um pouco, a gente faz a demonstração a mais. Então, tem nos Estados Unidos, os caras fizeram numa quadra de basquete, acho que foi pra NBA, os caras fazendo publicidade. Mas na quadra real mesmo. Nossa, cara, imagina. Bota na praia, pô, a galera tá fazendo isso, cara. Então, no ambiente real. Mas assim, dá pra fazer, sabe o que eu tava pensando? Fazer à noite. Sem noite você consegue fazer com isso. Tá ao vivo? Vamos lá? Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready?
Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2. Okay, welcome back.
Okay, let's come back.
Are you guys ready? You can chit chat, it's okay, because so this is how to have fun with the Mocap volume. A bit of fun. You can leave it on, the music, a bit, background music. So you guys are the first one to test drive this, because I actually built this little thing just for this particular show. So it's not a real game, okay? So don't give me any bad rating on Steam. I don't have I don't have a web page up yet, and I never will. But anyway, so let's. I need some players. I don't know. You might all be able to play, but I guess it's gonna get boring after a few rounds. So feel free to then chit chat, etc. And whoever wants to play, come. I'm staying here as long as it's needed for everybody who wants to try it. So basically, the game is to fly this drone, looking at the TV. Because you'll have a camera right behind your drone, as a third-person sort of camera right behind the drone. And the aim of the game is very simple. You have to pick up all the stars that are in the level, but the stars will be spawned every 5 seconds, so you can keep collecting until the timer reaches 0. And the timer, you only have 2 minutes, but the timer doesn't start until you pick up the first star, so you don't have to rush and crash the drone straight away. You can take a little bit of time to pilot your drone around, and as soon as you pick up that first star, that's it. You have 2 minutes to pick up as many stars as you can. Yeah? So it's working. The tracking, we did what we can with the setup we have here. The one pitfall is that if the system misses a little bit of the tracking, obviously this guy doesn't care, he will continue. But on your screen, you will think that you have stopped. And it might take a second, so there'll be a discrepancy for a little while. So the walls that you are going to see are the actual limit here of the motion capture, yeah? So when you are getting close to a wall in the game, you are getting close to being outside of the volume, which is not a problem if you come out here and here, obviously. You can just walk back, just like we did with the actors. You will be picked up by the system. But of course, there's more of a problem if you go straight there. It's not the end of the world if you crash. I've crashed it like I don't know how many dozens of times when I was doing the preparing the game. So I'll be around, and Marcus and Martin will be around. And anyway, you know how to dodge if you see a. So who's ever piloted a drone, indoor or outdoor? We have one. So you go first. The others, no, but have you all played video games? Most of you, some of you. Okay. So this drone is from DJI, so it's not a partner. I'm not selling, but it's a great little drone from DJI called Tello. It's packed with a lot of stuff, including computer vision, object recognition. You can program it, so it's a great tool for indoor flying and creating interactive experiences as well. So originally you control it from your telephone, but I found the control very annoying. You slide and if you sweat, etc. So they've made it possible to drive it with the proper controller. So this is what you're going to do. So the setup is as follows. Yeah, watch the drone. Thank you. The drone is being controlled through my phone, and this controller is not connected to Unreal. This controller is connected to my phone, which controls the drone. Okay, and so the camera, the drone in Unreal Engine is controlled by the tracking, obviously given by QTM. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I talked too much. I think it's best that we just get started. So do you wanna start it? Okay. It doesn't matter if you crash.
No, there's
it
the
doesn't
insurance.
matter if you crash or not. But can we have this? Is it me who turn off the sound? Oh, maybe the sound because I talked too long. Yeah, that's why. I didn't loop it. But it's very low. Is it you controlling? Is he controlling the sound?
Quer diminuir o som? Você pode
Yeah,
diminuir?
more.
Ou more, aumentar?
Meta?
Aumentar. Increase?
Yeah, but because I should be able to control. Yeah, do you have control? Yeah, it's best if you have a bit of music because it's so. Here we go. And our engine picks up that this drone is actually up in the air and is ready to be controlled. Yeah? So the best, and your name is? Adriano? Yeah, let me write your name first in the Excel spreadsheet because, oh no, we'll do it after you run, you can come to me. So, the best for you, you can either be here looking at that screen or here looking at that screen. Feel free to look in the volume if you want. One thing that's very important, if you get lost, if you don't know when your drone is, just let go of the control. I'm going to explain what does what. The front of the drone is the LED here. So you can help yourself rotating it towards the direction you don't want to go to. The controls are, this here goes up and down. I'll re-explain for everybody. This rotates left, this rotates right. This thrust forward, going forward and backward. And this strafes right and left. Strafing, everybody knows about strafing?
Yes.
Or crashing? It's the same. For a lot. For me.
Okay.
Okay, let's go before it goes into silent mode. So,
Are you
let's just
ready?
try it. Since you're the first guy, you will be allowed to do it. So you can wait or not, it doesn't matter. Just the timer hasn't started. I forgot to mention the red. You can go in them. You won't collect anything. You won't die, or you get a little bit of a effect. You're meant to avoid them. So you need to find out where the stars are. As soon as you pick that one up, your timer will go. Good job. 2 minutes. Orlando, can you tell him to put the volume up a bit? Yeah, see? Yeah, it's hard. It was a lot smoother in the office. It is lagging a little bit, but everybody will be lagging, so you're all on the same... yeah, there you go. Oh, they're all lined up now. Good job. I need my other glasses to see what's happening. Wow, 9 points already. Smashing.
We have an expert here.
Yeah, we have an expert here. Wow.
Expert.
Either you landed or the battery died. No, you landed.
Yeah.
You on purpose?
It's ready again. Look at the box. Oh. We have a pilot here.
Good job. It messed up your score though because you landed, but it's okay. Were you at 11 or? Why is it? It messed up his score. I don't know what happened. No, but because we landed, it was 11 he had. Okay, so we added up. Yeah, I think he had 11.
How many beers? How many beers?
I'm not paying. He's too good. It's not 1 beer per point you score. Okay, so that's when you come close to the outside. So the system has been inverted, so yeah, you're back. That's just, oh, you're almost there. And I don't have it. 2, 1, boom. Okay. So you have 15. I'm going to lend you. Bravo.
Oh, boa.
Well done. Yeah, so it's lagging a little bit, but no, that's you get it.
Yeah, yeah, it works.
Right, so it's Adriano, yes?
Who's the best one? Anything? Anyone? No?
15, no? We had 11 and 4, yeah, I think so. Wow. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, who's next?
Welcome. Yes, Pedro.
Let me just check the battery.
Yeah?
And reset it. Yeah, so take the joystick. It's the left one. Up and down with the left thumb. Rotate. Yeah, rotate left, right. Straight, left, right, forward, back. Yeah. I mean, this is the slow speed of because the volume is so small, but we try to be fast as well. When the tracking is like 100%, it's really fun because it goes really fast, so you really have to anticipate and fly as a real drone, you know? It's not like a video game, like a stick shooter where you just release and the ship stops and we have gravity. So, but I don't want to try this fast here because I think it's a bit too small to do that. So, okay, let me change the battery, give you a new battery, because the problem with this small battery, the last... No, I mean, I got 8 minutes out of them sometimes, but... let me reset it for you. Okay, you ready? Okay. I think we got it. I don't have tracking, so hang on a second. I'm gonna lend you. Oh, I think KTM has crashed. Okay. 1 second. Back here. There you are. Live streaming. Go back here and receive it. So we can start it and see if it's good or not. Don't go too low because it's gonna land. That's okay. I should have mentioned that. Oh no, we have a sensor error. That was on you. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, but it was a brand new battery, so I don't know why. Maybe just bad luck.
Quebrei o brinquedo. Não, é, bring the box back. É sina de programador, né? Você encosta o bagulho.
Ok, bah, merci d'être venu. Merci beaucoup. À bientôt, au revoir. Ready.
Depois pega o contato lá.
think the thing that it doesn't like is I don't know if the whole chassis tends to heat up, and I didn't get a battery error here. I got a sensor error. Oh. And I wonder, but we have others. Let me try if I can fix it.
No problem. Just
Yeah.
take it slow.
You know, it always works.
Yeah. I know how it is. I'm also a developer.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So if you don't go to, maybe you're trying to get. Doesn't want to go forward? Or you trying to go slowly maybe? Ah, you got it. Yeah, and then go back up. One thing is that if you go too low when you fly between stars, it has some sort of detection collision, and it would slow the max speed of the drone. So when you're in between stars, it's best to go mid-level or higher up to get the maximum speed. And the best is to scan, and I do a rotate the 360 to kind of see, okay, where I am, and then you go for the next one. The idea is potentially to have 2 drones in the same volume, and of course you can have lots of different things you can be shot at. Those obstacles should be moving, but it's just really a rough little play with thingy. And I found some great music on Epidemic Sounds, and when I heard that music, I thought, oh, that's you can have a potato jumping in the air with the music playing. You're doing great. You're at 9, and you have 1 minute. You could beat 15. Yeah, and sometimes they spawn in the same area, so you get double points. Yeah, great job. 4. Okay, so I think when it gets to 13, why are we 4 now? Was it not at 11 or 9? I think there's a problem with the score display that I've changed. Okay, so when it rotates, just go forward and it should pick it up. If not, you'll have to exit the volume. Oh, you're not. Oh. Go back up a bit. Yeah. There's something with the QTM because of our camera. But you had 9, huh? I think it has a problem when it reaches 10. So so you have 18 now in total. Let's see if I go to 10, I have a problem. Yeah, okay, I know what it is. 14. Okay, you're at 0 seconds. So, thank you. And what was your name?
Pedro.
I think. So you're a developer?
Yeah.
With what?
I'm Unity developer. I do like games, and I also work on animation. I'm freelance as an animation rigger. I work as a rigger most of the time.
And
we know like Santa Monica studios, like Blizzard, but we don't have like a Brazilian Blizzard yet. But we are working toward it. Maybe one day we can achieve it.
There's a lot of talented people everywhere, and
lots of work to do.
Yes, this is so time consuming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still streaming? No. Yeah. How is it going? We are still alive. Alive. We are alive. Sorry. But it's streaming. We are still streaming.
Okay, everyone. I hope that. I'm just trying to get my colleagues here.
Ok.
Hello.
Vamos lá, só para encerrar aqui, gente, ó. Só um minutinho aqui para a gente terminar o evento, daí a gente já começa a bater um papo por fora aqui, quem não veio, mas tem um stream aí que esse evento foi gravado, tá no site da Movkpta, no stream da Movkpta lá, quem quiser assistir, a gente disponibiliza lá, tá free no YouTube, canal do YouTube. Tá bom? Vamos lá. Let's finish the event and
Yes.
Where's our avatar, our pilots?
Yeah, good. Well, some of us here will probably continue playing a little bit, but to all of you, thank you for coming here.
Thank you
today.
very much.
It's been a pleasure having you here. Same to you that has been on the streaming. If there is anything, anybody has any questions later on coming up, you know where to find us. Talk to Orlando or directly with us here, and we hope we can help you out. So, from all of us here, I can say big thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And if
see you next time.
obviously if you have any question regarding animation and everything, just contact us. Contact me. Orlando can pass over my details. Be happy to help with any inquiry that you have. So thank you very much for coming and playing. And those who want to play a game or two, but you're very welcome.
Yeah, of course. Thank you
to
very
crash.
much.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. That's that. That is.